This video is brought to you by Squarespace. Need a website and don't know how? Easy. Make it with Squarespace. From 2010 to 2017 to 2021 and last year, 2023, how much has my art style changed over the years? In this redraw challenge, I'm actually going digital. When I draw this character, I usually try to focus on skateboard related poses because I find those poses are very similar to our character riding on her, I guess, staff through the air. So it's very skateboardy. That being said, I don't know if you've looked up references on the internet lately, but oh boy, the AI art situation has really screwed us artists over in so many ways. Like, I'm looking at some of these references and I'm like, I think that's AI, which totally freaking sucks because I'm trying to get some real poses over here, not fake ones, but okay, thanks internet. Okay, super rough, but we're really just trying to get some general poses to maybe get inspiration for, maybe what works the best, what flows well. You know what? Okay, I say skateboard, but I've never done her just like chilling and just sitting. Now, I did not look up a pose for this, so this could be super goofy. Why is she shaped like a beanbag? I actually kind of love it. She's always been kind of goofy. I feel like my digital art style has been heavily influenced by my digital webcomic Sketch Scouts, so I feel like I'm sort of channeling the very simple stylized body of those characters, which isn't a bad thing. I also try to focus on more horizontal illustrations for videos just because as a camera it fits in the frame better, which probably isn't the best idea when creating art, is focusing on how the video will look, but content creating do be like that. Here, this will be a weird one. If she's, whoa, what if she's lounging on her pole? Calling it her pole is very odd. We could do like a sexy, we haven't done a sexy one yet, even though she's sort of, I mean, she is topless. Why would she never be in a sexy pose, right? Oh no, the sexy pose is looking pretty funny actually. Okay, here's an interesting pose. Now this girl is actually holding herself up by her hand, like a handstand on a skateboard. So maybe her hand will dangle, let's see. Oh my God, the butt cheeks are a mile apart. Oh, here, maybe she's like petting her cloud cat over here. I don't have a classic like grabbing, I hate calling it the pole, grabbing her staff situation. So maybe something like, okay, need I remind you guys that this character is not only topless, but she's wearing a very short skirt. So blowing in the wind, I can only imagine. I just love the character that's just probably flashing everybody. I kind of like this pose just for that. Oh no, wait, I like this pose. Oh no, between this one and the lounging one, oh gosh, they're both pretty good. I could continue to sketch and flesh them out, so maybe I will do that. These are both pretty good. I love a good leg spread in a lounge. Let's see what I can come up with. Before we continue, I want to give a huge thank you to the sponsor of this video, Squarespace. With Squarespace Blueprint AI and SEO tools, you can start a completely personalized website with a new guided design system, Squarespace Blueprint. They make it super easy. And if you're an artist, you're probably wanting to sell your stuff online, whether it be physical goods, digital content, or services, and Squarespace has the tools you need to start selling online. Just look at my shop. With their flexible payments, make checkout seamless for your customers with simple but powerful payment tools. Accept credit cards, PayPal, and Apple Pay, and in eligible countries offer customers the option to buy now and pay later with Afterpay and ClearPay. Head to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/KaseyGolden to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thank you so much to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Let's get back into the art. So for those of you that have not seen my other redraw videos, let me give you a quick backstory of this character. Basically in college, which was, oh god, actually when I originally drew that drawing in 2010, I was taking a 2D design class and our assignment was to make a superhero costume completely out of paper products. In the original video, I show myself in the costume. Honestly, it's pretty cute. So that is the character we're drawing, Wing Girl. She's covered covered in wings. It's super original. So throughout the years, every time I redraw her, I find that I either add a detail or remove a detail, whichever one I feel like is better suited for my current art style. I don't think I made any changes to her design last time I drew her, so it kind of seems like I've finalized her design over the years. Also, the amount of sketching I did to get her where I wanted her to be. We had the original pose, then I fleshed out a more human-looking, anatomically-ish correct pose, and then chipped away more details to her outfit to make sure I had everything. I don't think I normally sketch 3 times. That was a lot. I didn't want to mess it up. So let's talk about my digital style compared to, let's say, my watercolor art style. I have done a video years and years and years ago where I drew the same character in different art mediums: gouache, Posca pens, watercolor, digital. The idea for that video came from the fact that whenever I work with a different art supply, my style tends to change to work with the medium the best. Maybe there are certain colors I really like an art supply makes pop. Maybe I really like the boldness of shapes you can get with other art supplies. Watercolor is transparent, so there's definitely that to keep in mind. Gouache is opaque, and then we have digital art. I'm definitely going through another major shift in my art right now. It used to be that I only did digital art way back in the day, and then I slowly introduced myself to watercolor, and then one day I just decided I just like the way I work in watercolor more than digital art, so I'm going to do watercolor art. I was known as the watercolor artist for a while on YouTube, many years, and now I seem to be going back into another digital art phase. You guys have probably noticed a lot of my YouTube videos these days have been digital art or just really loose sketching, but not that I'm never going to do watercolor. It's just right now, I don't know, I'm really into digital art stuff. Now, a major part of that could be possibly that I've been really into making comics and I've been doing those digitally, so it's really gotten me to feel really comfortable with digital art. Because the very first version of this character was in digital art and the others have been in watercolor, I was just really curious to see if she would be very different or not. That was a very long way to say that. All in all, she's actually very similar to my watercolor versions of her. I think my style just really translated well between the digital and the watercolor versions. At first, I was thinking I was really going to take a lot of influence from this sort of sketchy, cartoony way I draw my comic, but I think in the end, I defaulted to the way I draw people and color people. But I definitely see a little bit of an influence from my Sketch Scouts comic in this drawing. I've also found myself looking at my older art, and I'm talking 2017, 2018. My art wasn't exactly where I want it to be, but there was a lot of features about my older art style that I kind of miss, and I feel like I want to really study and get back into. I started adding too many curves and too much detail, and I really like the more geometric, simple style I used to do, so that was definitely something I was trying to focus on. Now, did I succeed? I don't know. I think it's definitely more how I want it to be than it was last year, so there's that. Thumbs up. I literally just thumbed up myself in real life, so... Did you guys give me a thumbs up? No, that's okay. Anyway, color is a huge one. If you look at my watercolor pieces, I do tend to work in very earthy tones, more earthy colors with watercolor, at least compared to other mediums that I work with. But when it came to digital, I really like that you can get a red and a yellow. So when I started coloring this piece, I just happened to notice the Sketch Scout color palette just kind of sitting there. I limit my webcomic to a grayscale plus a very few colors for just a pop. It's mostly the colors of a pencil, which I noticed. Red and yellow are part of those colors. Wing Girl is red and yellow. And even though it's a little bit more of a bright color than she originally was, I kind of liked it. And because this is my digital style, I just kind of went with it. Something else I actually didn't even notice until I started voiceovering this video is that I didn't put the cityscape in the background. Obviously, the first and original drawing of this character does not have a cityscape behind her, but every single piece I've done since then has had a cityscape in the background, but I didn't do it this time. Had I noticed it when I was working on this piece, would I have added the cityscape? Honestly, I think I like just the sky, the faded sky with the clouds. I think it's very nice. I like it. Overall, I really like this rendition of this character. I think it still really shows my current style, even if I did this in watercolor. I think the two styles are a little bit different, but they're still my current style. So there it is, Wing Girl in 2024. What will she look like in 2025? And will I be obsessed with a different art supply? Who knows? Look at this glow up. That's right, fellas, you too can improve in 14 short years. Once again, I want to give a huge thank you to the sponsor of this video, Squarespace. Make yourself a website, and thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.